But I've got to mention this crazy anecdote that I've got associated with this movie, my experience with it, because I did something a little bit crazy for this film. I don't know, I don't know if they've got this stuff in Canada, but there's like a little bit of a trend in some cinema chains in the UK where they have this annoying push for this technology called 4DX.
Oh yeah, I tried it once. I think
you tried it, yeah.
Wait, there's a lot of similar sounding things. Can you remind me exactly what the 4DX thing is?
So 4DX is kind of like a bunch of, they look like roller coaster seats.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
In rows, in these blocks. And yeah, it kind of mimics the wind. It has a little button on the armrest with like it just says water, question mark. So, okay.
You get sprayed.
So there's like water, there's wind, there's like fake smoke that comes blasting out.
Yeah.
And of course you're being flung around and prodded in the back with this like crazy chair that like
That's
moves with
funny.
shots and like pans with shots and whatever. And it's like, I'd always seen ads for this that play before certain movies and thought that looks stupid and dumb and I don't get why anyone would want to see that. But
This was the one?
I've got like the annual pass or whatever to see as many movies as I can, and there was the only screening of Madam Web.
Oh no!
Cinema I wanted to go to was 4DX. I was like, well, I guess I don't have to pay extra, so I'll try this out because I mean, this is the time to do it. And
Oh my
God.
God!
What an awful idea! I just kept thinking about that Scorsese quote of talking about turning Hollywood films into like theme park rides, and it's like this is
You can't really argue with that.
So close
with this.
Exactly, yeah. It's like that's exactly what it's mimicking, but it's also like how distracting it is to the actual film. Like,
I agree.
Who wants to be thrown around in their chair and like kicked in the back when there's one of the many car crash scenes in Madam Web that like jolt you around and it's like even you mentioned in your quickie like how few people were in your screening. It was like the same for mine. It was like 4 or 5 people in the whole room with like rows and rows of these like hydraulic chairs moving up and down with like no one in them. And it's like this is such an enormous waste of energy and like resource. And just it was for like quite a good screening room that like this would be fine without the stupid chairs.
So the entire auditorium is those chairs?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Every single one.
Yeah, we have in a lot of the Canadian theaters they'll have something called like D-Box, which is I think the same thing but without the water. They just kind of like move jerk your chair around. I did it once and have never done it again. It was for The Dark Knight Rises, and like Batman would punch somebody, and then the chair would move. I'm like, am I the person being punched? Who am I in this scenario? The only times where I felt like it kind of worked was like, like on the airplane, you got a little like swaying motion, or like, on the motorbike, like just, little, just subtle side to side. I'm like, ooh, that adds a little bit to like the atmosphere. But there, unlike theme park rides, these movies are being made for narrative purposes, not like the goal when making the film. Christopher Nolan was not thinking, how do I make this work correctly for D-Box? No. They made a movie, and then whoever wrote the code for the D-Box experience is just scrambling to find places where they can jerk your chair around. And it's like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like it would make sense if the entire thing was like first person and you were driving in a race car or something. But that's just a theme park ride. Those things already exist. You don't need that for the movie theater.
Yeah, it's so intrusive. It's so just such a bad idea. And it's like I was expecting kind of what you were saying, where like slight movements here and there just to enhance it a little bit.
No,
because I brought like a notepad. Like, to write notes, like looking like the twat, like just sitting there waiting for the film to start, and then like the ad for 4DX plays, and it gives you like a little tease of how it works, and you're like jolted around and thrown around, and then I just put my notepad back in my pocket and was like, this ain't happening. Forget about this.
That's hilarious.
Awful, horrible idea. Just kind of like the film. Just pure scam. Like, it's crazy.
At least it didn't ruin something that you like really cared about the story for or something. At least you didn't test it out on something a bit
on something
better.
I actually cared about. Yeah.
I'm sure they do the same thing for like Dune's a big movie. They're going to do it for like Dune 2. Why not?
Oh yeah. Very, very silly. But like, you called it the Sony scam universe, and it couldn't be more true. Like,
I know.
We've mentioned before how in the advertising for like Morbius and even Venom, I think they have really misleading kind of clips and stuff that's reused from old Spider-Man films and like, as a way to basically trick you to go see these films. And I feel like this is maybe the most egregious one. The Vulture stuff in Morbius was pretty bad and horrendous, saying like Michael Keaton's going to be in this in some form, but I don't know, this feels worse. I mean, the whole conceit and like what they were selling the film on with like all these spider women and they're all suited up. And
don't you want to see Sydney Sweeney in a skin-tight spider costume?
That was, Johnson's, she was on SNL, right? She had a pretty funny joke about it, being like, it's the perfect AI-generated movie.
I just think it's crazy that they're like dipping their toes into like the girl boss feminist sort of like, that's supposedly where it's supposed to be coming from. But every single one of these girls is cast for their looks. And they're really leaning into the like whole, oh, don't you want to see Sydney Sweeney in the Spider-Man costume? Like, I don't know. That's not.
Yeah.
Who is this for then?
But oh man, like just the titles alone, like Madame Web. Who knows this character?
They never say the name. They call her Cassie Webb.
No, they don't.
Nobody ever calls her Madame Web.
And she doesn't even resemble like how the character looks in comics and cartoons and stuff. She's normally depicted as like an older woman, like an old lady who like helps Spider-Man by looking through time.
But there's an orange story.
It is an orange story, which